In this video, I'm going to show you how to do a quantum leap in your business while working less and most likely faster than you ever thought it was possible. Because every person that we work with, which are mostly founders from the 6 to 7, sometimes 8 and 9 figure level, but most of them 6 and 7, they come to us stressed out, on the verge of burnout, like they working super hard, incredible work ethic, very smart. Like these are people that have been managing business at least for a couple of years, some of them for like 20 years, and they just find themselves overstretched, underpaid, overworked, and they not enjoying their business career anymore, right? So I always tell them, listen, we can have a quantum leap in your business within 3 months or less if we follow a very simple process. And this is a process I'm going to be sharing with you right now. So please pay attention, take notes, and apply this into your business and see what happens. Now, this video has two parts. One is the actual planning, so the philosophy behind it. And then the other part is the execution. How do we make it happen, right? So for the planning side, chances are that if you're not where you want to be in your business, if you are in this situation, you're burning out, there's just too many things on your mind, you're totally overwhelmed, that is because you're not managing entropy the right way. So entropy is the universal constant towards disorder, right? So everything tends towards chaos if you do not manage it correctly. This is why having systems in your business and in your life and habits and protocols actually protects you from entropy, from the tendency of the world to become more complicated. And if you're doing too many things and you're underpaid, that's because you are overstretching yourself. So you need to first, and this is step one, identify what is the thing that is working best. Out of all of the stuff that you could be doing right now, what is the thing that is working best with less friction? In other words, what is the system that has been better designed over the years, right? So that's the number one thing you should be asking yourself. Then ask if that system is aligned with your number one priority for the next 3 months. So if things work the way they should, what would you like to achieve within 3 months? What would truly make the next 3 months meaningful to you? Right? This tends to be something related to revenue. Right? Let's say you want to double your business. This is normally the thing that we truly normally zero in for like 6 figures and sometimes 7 figure businesses. All right, double your business. Okay, fantastic. Then what systems do we need to set up in order to get there? And it doesn't really matter what kind of business this is. On average, we see people doing 30% less things after just this step. They realize that they're wasting most of their days because they're chasing stuff that is not truly aligned with who they want to become or where they want their business to be. They're just doing too many things. And that is one of the core principles of performance. You cannot perform at elite level on all directions. You need to focus. But focus on what? Focus on the most meaningful thing, which is that priority. Ideally aligned with what the channel that we identify is working best, right? So first, what's working best? 2, where do you want to go? 3, discard everything that is not related to that and set systems that allow you to get there faster, right? So these 3 steps are crucial. And this normally is a bit painful because oftentimes, especially on the bigger businesses, they realize that they have created whole departments or they start like hiring people just for the sake of hiring people, and they don't truly kind of know if those people are actually doing the work they should be doing, right? And we've all been there, we've all made that mistake, it's okay. But at that point, this decision needs to be made, right? So once you have clear goal, priority, systems, you know exactly what it is that you want to achieve in the next 3 months, that's when the execution part starts. And before we get into that, if you want our help in order to give you a little bit of clarity, in order to consult with you and see if you're actually working too hard on the wrong things and you want like a proven protocol, I'll be more than happy to audit your personal performance and your business. And if you want so, maybe train you into becoming an elite founder. So there's a link below. Let me know if that is useful to you. So on the execution side of things, so once we know what is the goal, right? So exactly what the goal is, we know what the target. So what do we want to achieve? What number is it? Next step is making sure you keep the main thing, right? So it is very easy to get swayed away, to chase shiny objects, in essence, to get distracted and even convince yourself that all the things are important. So once you have a clear goal and a clear commitment to achieve that goal within one system or the minimal set of systems you need to operate in order to get there, the next thing is don't do anything else. Please, this is very important. Don't do anything else. I know this may seem hard, but this is the only way you have to protect your cognitive abilities to protect your focus and keep motivated, right? So first thing, keep the main thing. 2, track lead and lag indicators. So there's this saying in performance that whatever you measure improves, and only what gets improved gets mastered. So in order for you to truly map that plan, you need to be tracking lead and lag indicators. Lead indicators are indicators that are telling you that you are in the right direction, and lag indicators are telling you that you have already achieved meaningful progress. So let's say lead indicators are inputs. So if you're sending more cold emails, or you're doing more outreach, or you're recording more videos, those are lead indicators that you are moving in the right direction. And if those cold emails or DMs or videos are bringing you more leads, those are lag indicators that you are moving towards that thing. So that's step number 2, which is track lead and lag indicators. Step number 3 is keep a scoreboard. It is very important, especially if you're managing a team, because if you have this ritual of having the results of your actions in front of you, so you know what's working, what's not working, you can, in essence, use feedback to course correct effectively. By having a scoreboard and sharing that scoreboard with the rest of the company, you can align everybody with that direction. Otherwise, you're in the dark. If you're not jotting down how many cold emails you're sending, if you're not jotting down how many leads are you now getting, if you do not know how many hours you're working, then you're in essence probably wasting a lot of time and doing things that don't need to be done. So step number 3 is keep a scoreboard. Step number 4 is to have accountability. And the best type of accountability is the one that is based on raw data. So it is having a tool or an app that tells you how well you are performing. This is why I built the dashboard years ago. And the dashboard, which is the tool I use, but you can use any other tool, it is where we collect feedback, analyze the data, understand how well aligned we are, and conduct the weekly reviews. Those weekly reviews at the end of the weekly sprints that we normally use are crucial because they propel us forward, that allow us to understand what's working, what's not working, track lead indicators, lag indicators, see the performance scorecard, and say, okay, fantastic. This is what I should be doing next week in order to move faster towards my goal, right? So these are the 4 key concept of well-disciplined execution. Keep the main thing, and the main thing is the thing that you identified in the planning phase as the number 1 priority for the next 3 months. Then to track lead and lag indicators and see if you're actually working on the right direction. 3, keep a scoreboard, something that you can look at every day that other people can actually align with. And finally, 4, conduct weekly accountability sessions with yourself using a tool or with your team. Both work. The point is that this execution stays front and center. And it doesn't really matter what level of business you're at. You can always apply these principles. Of course, if the more nimble the team, the less sprawl the company, the easier it is to have incredible progress in a very short amount of time. So this is how you take your business to the next level. This is knowing how to strategize in a way that it saves you time and effort, and how to execute like a maniac to make sure that strategy comes into fruition. If you need help with this, you know where to find me. Like, subscribe, and of course, keep showing up. Love sharing this video with you guys. See you in the next video.